Hi, this is Steve Sedlock with GeoHealth Innovations, and I'm going to be providing a short tutorial on how to use Telehealth Connect, an application that's an online registry of telehealth provider locations, as well as a tool for looking at the environment for possible telehealth expansion. In the map display interface, we provide standard tools similar to what you would find in Google Maps. I can zoom in using the tool in the upper left corner that allows for a zoom in. I can zoom out using the tool as well. I can click, hold, and then drag the mouse to pan to certain areas and in certain directions that you choose. I can also use the scroll wheel on your mouse to zoom into particular areas and zoom out to particular areas. In the map display, we can turn layers on and off. In the upper left corner of the web page, we will click on the Toggle Layers page tab and then click on Telehealth Providers. And this displays the telehealth locations across the country that we have so far since our launch in September of 2017. The telehealth locations are indicated with the blue dots that you see on the map. These are the brick and mortar buildings where telehealth technology exists. And using the map tools I just demonstrated, we can zoom into locations and see where they're located. I will also go ahead and turn on the Office of Rural Health grant eligibility layer that is enabled with Medicare eligibility. And I can overlay that. And this shows locations of where you can apply to the HRSA Office of Rural Health policy to work with their grant program to potentially gain investment in the technology piece and the kind of equipment that you need to participate in telehealth services. The transparency layer ball allows you to slide across so that you can see what's going on underneath. And I'll just leave that now just to kind of keep it so that we can see it a little bit. And I'll zoom into some areas. You can also click on a location and get information about what this area is providing in terms of potential Medicare reimbursement eligibility and rural health grant eligibility. And you can click on the links here to get more information about Medicare reimbursement through CMS, or you can click on the rural health grant eligibility layer and get more information about those grants. I will turn off the ORHP layer for now and head over toward our Filter by Attributes tab. Through the normal workflow, you'll probably be focusing on areas that are in a particular state or states. So when you are filtering and analyzing data, be sure to filter by state first. I will go ahead and do that. I will click on the drop-down menu for state and select North Carolina and Virginia. And you can make multiple selections for multiple states. As you see, the map will zoom into the telehealth sites in those two states. The map zooms to the telehealth sites within those two states, not the entire geographic area of those two states. I can add an additional state If I would like, I could add Kentucky. That provides a listing that includes the Kentucky, that provides a map display that shows Kentucky sites, Virginia sites, and North Carolina sites. Just below the map, you will see a listing of sites. The listing includes all of those sites based on the filter I just created. And these are what you see here are a listing of only sites within these 3 states. And I'll scroll through the list. You can sort by facility name, you can sort them by state, or you can sort them by the setting type. I can also filter by setting type. Say I wanted to find within these 3 states only those that are part of hospitals or health systems. Well, I will click on that, and you will see that we've zoomed in to those areas that are with those that these are telehealth locations that are in those 3 states that are part of hospitals or health systems. And you will notice that your site listing below also changes. So this now includes those 3 states, but only those that are hospitals and health systems. I can also filter by specialty. Let's now show only hospitals and health systems in these 3 states that offer psychiatry and mental health. So I can click psychiatry and mental health, and you will see that that is now reduced based on, so the number of facilities has now been reduced to only those in those 3 states that are hospitals and health systems providing psychiatry and mental health telehealth services. I can click on one of these sites and get some more information on it. This is the UVA Center for Telehealth, and you'll notice that you get more information. About what they offer and a link to their website. You can click on any of these sites and get more information, as I'm doing right here. Single click on those dots, and you can get information about what these particular locations are providing. I will now click on the reset filter to zoom back out to all states across the country. I can filter by location. This is an additional tab. And I can type in an address. And I can find at that address the telehealth locations within 60 miles. Or I could choose 10 miles or anything between 10 and 60 miles. And I'll do a search. And you will see that these telehealth locations will come up. There's the red X marks the location that I just typed in. And the blue dots represent those telehealth provider sites where telehealth, where services are being provided. And again, you can get an additional information and find the listing of those sites. I can export the map if I wanted to by simply clicking on the export map, and you get a PNG file that is presented, and you can right click it and copy it or insert it into a document. I'll close that for now. I can also export the listing of this. And once I get an export, I can click through a couple messages there, and you will see these are all the telehealth sites across that 60-mile radius from that address that provides all the information about what they offer, their website, what type of setting it is, the primary contacts, and across the board. I closed that accidentally. I'll bring it back up. So we go back to our main screen. I can create map displays and bookmarks. So I can zoom into a particular area, say an entire state like Virginia, and I can create a bookmark just by typing in the name, being zoomed into that area and then typing the name. I can then add the bookmark and then zoom around the map. And if I want to go back to Virginia, I can do it like that. As long as you're using the computer device, this bookmark will be saved. You'll be able to go to it in the weeks and months to come. You can create multiple bookmarks for different areas of interest. Finally, we have some links to social media. You can tweet information about Telehealth Connect and what you're doing, or you can share on your Facebook page. That wraps up our introductory video. More information is available at the Telehealth Connect website, which is at vnghr.org/beta_telehealth connect.